I've just felt a lot like I've had to, at points, just really fit into a mold that someone else had for me, where I really just need to make everyone else comfortable. And so finding my own voice in things has been really difficult for me, and it's still something I'm working through. My name is Brianna Williamson, and I am originally from Paris, Kentucky, and now I'm living in Lexington. Faith for me growing up looked like going to VBS. I went to a lot of different VBS programs and things like that. And so I knew about God and, had those seeds planted. But, I didn't go to church every Sunday. And really it was just through friends and through programs like VBS's that I just learned a little bit about who God was. Each year, one of the churches that I went to consistently, you would get your picture taken every year, and one of the crafts was to make a picture frame. And so I have still, on my parents' fridge at home, I have the picture of me when I was 5 at at a VBS. And I don't even remember what the theme was, but just looking at that picture, just reminds me of God's faithfulness. A main struggle that I've had is just working through people pleasing and really just owning who I am and being confident in who I am. Really, finding my identity and sticking to that and just being confident in that, and just knowing that God has certain things for me to do. And so just listening to Him instead of listening to the world and what others tell me. I've had just a couple of different transition seasons and seasons where He's called me to different places, and every time I've gone, I have just had to trust Him that there were going to be people that He would provide relationships there that would I wouldn't be alone wherever I was going, and that is just a promise that I feel like He's kept, is that He's there and that He's gonna place other people in front, in my path. He's planned it out, so He knows what I need and who I might need to walk alongside me. One person that God has placed in my life, I feel like was very intentionally, was my college roommate. We actually went to high school together, but didn't really know each other. And kind of our senior year, through a mutual friend, we found out that we were going to the same college, and just wanting to have a little bit of comfort in knowing who we were going to be living with, we decided to be roommates, and we are best friends now. And I was just the maid of honor in her wedding not too long ago, and we were really able to grow in our faith together through the 4 years of school. We were roommates all 4 years. And so that is definitely someone that God has placed in my life very intentionally. Some advice that I would give to someone who feels like they may be called to move, God is calling them to move, I would just say to be open to that, and just trust God in knowing that He has, He knows that He knew that He was going to call you there. So He has people prepared there for you, relationships prepared there for you, and just be open to whatever He calls you to do, however He calls you to make those connections, because sometimes those connections come out of the places that you wouldn't expect. So just listen and follow and just trust, and just be open to all that God is calling you to. And I would tell someone who feels maybe a little hopeless, like they've been waiting a long time, to just lean in to God and just continue studying, continue just seeking Him, because I feel like I'm still waiting on several things in my life too. And so just seeking Him, and then also not being afraid to be vulnerable with other people, and letting them know what you might need in your waiting, and asking God to because he wants to hear from us, and sometimes we're in those waiting seasons because he wants that relationship between him and us to grow. I feel like a lot of the times I've had things planned and it doesn't necessarily go as I've planned it, and so God just can fulfill those things that we want or need in just unexpected ways. And so the promises that he has for us, those answers to those promises, are just fulfilled in all kinds of ways. So I would just say too, to just not be so certain or not expect things to happen in a certain way, but just to know that God has the best way in store. He has the best plan for fulfilling those promises.